Hey guys, so I just wanted to do a quick thank you to everyone who's subscribing and watching the videos. I really do appreciate it. I think it's definitely a blessing. Things are starting to turn around. My whole goal of making these videos was just to get the truth out. That is my entire goal, and to try and help enlighten the Black community. With everything that's going on in society, we're lacking in actual truth. We have a lot of negative attacks. We have a lot of things in the media going against us. It's almost like the entire world is against Black people. And so when I set out to do this YouTube channel, I did it because I wanted to kind of counter some of that. You never know what you're going to get when you decide to put yourself out there and make yourself a target for whatever. But the bottom line of it is I didn't want to be one of those people that complained about what was going on in society and the portrayal of Black people and all the negative propaganda that's been thrown out to Black people. I didn't want to be a complainer of that. I wanted to be able to do something about it. And so I decided to make the channel, and it's not always easy. There's a lot of things that go on. People go into the comments, they want to rip you apart. Everyone has cyber courage, it seems. You see the boldest, most nastiest people, whenever they can hide behind a computer screen, then suddenly everyone has courage, and they can tell you so much about yourself, but then they will rarely check their own selves. But at the end of the day, I just want to thank everyone who watches, who subscribes, who shares the video, who helps to get the word out. This is the reason why I continue to do this, because it's not always easy. It is very, very hard, and I think people don't understand the risk that people are actually doing by putting themselves on these videos and putting themselves out there. I think things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. But for me, I feel like if we are all eventually going to go down, which it seems like based on everything that's happening, every day you're hearing about a mass shooting. So we're definitely in a battle. The war is in full effect. It may not look the way that you guys think it's supposed to look, but it's definitely here. So my thing is, if I'm going to go down, I might as well, and this is just figuratively speaking, this is metaphorically speaking, I'm not necessarily serious, but the thing of it is I want to go down with a fight. And so this to me is my way of fighting back. And I think you can fight back better with the truth than you can by putting out lies and propaganda. Everything that I do with these videos and the content that I get, I try to make sure I'm getting these from actual sources and to not be biased. I know to some people it may seem like I'm biased towards Black men. To white people it may seem like I'm being biased towards white people. However, I like to deal in the truth. Do I hate white people? No, I don't. Do I hate a lot of their actions? Yes, I do. I don't think that all white people are racist, nor do I think that all Black men are bad. And I'm only focusing on these things because I notice I get the most commentary of being called a male basher or I hate Black men, which is actually very far from the truth. I don't think there's any other man on this planet that's actually as good as Black men. I think that some people don't appreciate a tough love approach. And I think that people seem to think that if you like someone, then everything you say about them is going to be positive. And that's not true. There's a lot of flaws among Black women, and there's a lot of flaws with Black men. The reason I tend to point out certain things with Black men is because I feel like they have a particularly important role that exceeds that of a Black woman if you look at our society, because we live in a male-dominated society, and quite frankly, white men do not see Black women as a threat. They see Black men as a threat. And since white men are controlling everything in society, and I really do know that their biggest fear is in actuality Black men realizing the depths of their power and just how good they are, then I tend to focus on Black men specifically, because you guys are a powerful force. You are a very powerful force, and I really wish that you could just rise up and be the kings that you're meant to be. I think everyone sees the potential of Black men and the amount of power that you have, except for Black men. And so when I put messages out, it's not in any way to tear down Black men. I would not be here if it weren't for a Black man. I have never been with anyone but a Black man. And so I'm not going to say I wish, because at the end of the day, I can't really say that I care about people suggesting that I'm with a white man. I have never been with a white man, and I probably never would. And you know, the reason I say probably is because you just never know. I don't think that I ever would. I think it would literally hell would freeze over before that would happen. But you never know. So I don't like to think in absolutes, and I don't like to think that something will never happen. There's quite a bit of things that I said I would not do, and I have done those. So most of them I haven't done, though. Let me just put that out there. But yeah, no, my thing is not ever to destroy, demean, or tear down black men. I feel like is more of a tough love approach. Um, and so for the people who think that I dislike black men because I point out stuff and want to hold them accountable, I want to say you should go kill yourself, but I'm not going to do that because that would be really mean. And I don't think anyone should go kill themselves. Suicide is actually a very serious thing. So don't do that. But yeah, people can sit there and you can judge all you want to, but at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, what are you trying to do for the betterment of our community? This is my way of doing something that I feel like is going to contribute to the betterment of the community so that I'm not just being a talker. I can be a doer. I'm more of a shower than a teller. And so if I have a problem with something, then I'm going to try to do something to rectify it. And so this is my way of trying to rectify and try to spark some change. But I do want to really thank everyone who's subscribing and who watches and who's, sharing the videos and trying to get the word out. To me, without you guys being receptive to the message, I couldn't get the message out there, because I could put videos on YouTube all day, every day, but if no one's watching them, if no one's sharing them and spreading the word, then it doesn't matter. So I just want everyone to know that I really do appreciate everything that you guys do. I appreciate you watching it. I appreciate you sharing it. I appreciate all the suggestions. That you give. I do appreciate the feedback, even though some of it may not be what I want to hear. Some of it is trivial, some of it is very superficial, but it's feedback nonetheless. And so I think that if you're doing something and you're not getting criticized, then you're not doing something right. So at the end of the day, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing. And thanks for spreading the word so that hopefully we can try to reverse the enslaved mentality that's running rampant in our community. Like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video. And thank you guys. Hopefully you guys are having a good evening. And I'm going to get off and go figure out what's going on with my sinuses.